All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? All my people in Manhattan, the Bronx, Queens, all that Staten Island, my home borough, Brooklyn. Back at it with another video. This is my prediction for the Western Conference Finals between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe we're about to witness the birth of perhaps the next great player versus player rivalry in the NBA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder and Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, I know, this is not their rookie season. It's not their first year in the league. They've both been in the league for a while now, for a few years. But, this time is different. As the great Walt Clyde Frazier likes to say, the regular season is where you make your name. The playoffs is where you make your fame. Forgive me for comparing these two to Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, but Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, I'm sure they had some battles. Their teams had some great battles in the regular season, but it's their battles in the NBA Finals in 84, 85, and 87 that we remember. I'm sure Jordan the Bulls had some great, tough battles against the bad boys in the regular season, but it's their battles in the playoffs that we remember. I'm sure the Shaq and Kobe Lakers had some great battles against the Tim Duncan Spurs in the early 2000s in the regular season, but it's their battles in the playoffs that we remember. The regular season is where you make your name. The playoffs is where you make your fame. Of course, we all know the Thunder and the T-Wolves are in the same division. So I'm certain these two have had a lot of great battles in the regular season. But this time it's different. It's the Western Conference Finals. A trip to the NBA Finals is on the line. Shai Gilgeous and Anthony Edwards, they're going to bring their A-plus game. They're going to have great performances. And there might be a bit of chippiness and a bit of trash talk between the two, because we all know Anthony Edwards like to talk trash. SGA, who should be the MVP, in my opinion, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's personality-wise, and of course I don't know the brother personally, he seems to be more reserved, a little more quiet, more introverted, at least compared to Anthony Edwards, more cool, more smooth. And Anthony Edwards, he's very rough, rugged, extroverted, and very in your face. He loves to talk trash. He's not afraid. Getting LeBron's face, Steph Curry's face, Kevin Durant's face. He ain't scared of nobody. He doesn't back down. And he's not going to back down to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or anybody on the Thunder for that matter. So we all know Anthony's going to bring his A game. And of course, last year they were in the conference finals. They lost to the Dallas Mavericks. So Anthony, he's gotten close to the mountaintop before. He's gotten to the doors of the NBA Finals before. This time, now he's back again. I think he wants to kick down the fucking door and get to the finals and deliver the first championship for the Timberwolves franchise. We know he wants to do that. But unfortunately, I don't think it'll be this year. So I'm picking the Oklahoma City Thunder to win this series, and I think it's going to go the full 7. I think both conference finals are going to go 7 games, but I'll get to the Knicks and Pacers, in another video. I think the series is going to go the full 7 games. I think the Thunder are the better overall team. They play better team basketball. And, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, it isn't just the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander show. I mean, we know he's the best player on the team, and he's the leader, but he's got help. He's got Chet Holmgren. He's got Jalen Williams, his brother right there. He got his hand on his chest as his sidekick, if you will. Shai's not having a great game. Jalen Williams can pick up the slack, scoring-wise. The T-Wolves, and look, nothing against the T-Wolves, but, I mean, none against the rest of Anthony Edwards' teammates. I don't see who picks up if Anthony Edwards doesn't have a great game, who picks up the scoring for him? Julius Randle? Julius Randle's been around for a while now. And they'll just say Rudy Gobert, he's more of a defensive presence than an offensive threat. And Mike Conley's an older player. He's been around for a long time. The T-Wolves, they need to get Anthony, a better, more improved sidekick. But like I said, I respect for Anthony Edwards and the T-Wolves. I do believe the series will go 7 games, but I think they'll lose. I think the Thunder will win. They're a better overall team. They'll go back to the NBA Finals for the first time in 13 years. Last time they went was 2012. The baby Thunder, KD, Russ, and Harden were all in their 5th, 4th, and 3rd year respectively. The problem with the KD, Russ Thunder is nobody, I don't think, really knew their role. KD was the best player on the team, but Russell Westbrook, he thought he was the best player on the team, and he carried himself that way. KD should have been more assertive and to let Russ know, this is my team. You're the point guard. Give me the ball. And, if I'm slacking, if I'm not playing well, you pick up the slack, and then you dominate. I think that was the problem with the Thunder. Nobody really knew their role. That's why they didn't win. That's why KD ended up bouncing. One of the greatest, most talented teams that never won a championship, that KD Russ era Thunder. I remember that time period. This team is different, though. I think everybody knows their role. They know it's Shea's team. He's the best player. He's the head honcho. He's the MVP. And everybody else just do their job. Jalen Williams, Alex Caruso, Chet Holmgren. Okay, the Thunder are going to win the series. Shea will be the Western Conference Finals MVP. I do think the Thunder will go to the finals. Okay, that's just what I think. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win the series? And how many games? And who's going to be the conference finals MVP? Well, I think whoever's going to, if it's the Thunder, it's going to be Shea. If it's the T-Wolves, it's going to be Anthony. Respectfully to their teammates. But anyway, that's what I think. Tell me in the comment section down below. What do you think? Don't forget to click like button, subscribe. I'll get Young Brother Grow on YouTube. I'm going to see you all.